Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow. I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. This is Rich Morrow.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for tuning in. We have another exciting episode for you. We're going to move all over the place, talk about a lot of things. A lot of the things we talk about will be born of the things he mentions, and some of them not so much. But if you watch the show, you know how we pretty much make this work. Thanks for your time. Sit down and enjoy the next hour with us because it's going to be worth it. I promise you that. Okay, Rich.
You ready?
What are we doing?
Well, we're starting out here this time.
What's here?
We're in California.
Sunny California.
Sunny California, except we're going to Northern California. Sunny right now, probably, though. So, according to the Washington Post, first off, before I even start this, have you ever done a confession before?
What do you mean?
Like,
with a priest?
Yeah. Obviously, you're a Christian,
So
but I'm curious.
you want me to start off cussing?
No, but I mean, I don't know if people have, tested it just to.
No, I don't confess my sins to people.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I'm not Catholic.
Good call. I was just curious because I didn't know if people outside.
No disrespect to the Catholics who are watching and the ones who may be in the room.
Is Catholicism the word that you use for Catholics? Okay, I was making sure I said it.
Catholicism, yes.
Okay, just sounds funny. So, according to the Washington Post, the owners of a Northern California taqueria chain have been ordered to pay back $140,000 in back wages and damages after federal investigators discovered that they used a fake priest to elicit confessions of wrongdoing from their employees.
I'm confused.
So, a restaurant used a fake priest to hear their workers' confessions.
Why was the restaurant doing confessions? Let's start with that. That's where you lost me. Why is the restaurant doing confessions? What does Mexican food have to do with? I'm assuming this is Mexican food. What have to do with confessions?
It says.
So now when I go to the Cheesecake Factory, I gotta confess what I did last night.
The owners introduced the employees to the priest, and he started conducting meetings. He would start the meeting off with a prayer, and I guess they wanted to find out about their loyalty to the owner and whether they had stolen from him or not.
So they use a priest for that? Well, a fake priest?
I guess he figured they wouldn't lie.
To a priest?
I guess.
Well, they probably should have got a real priest. I mean, to the owners of this business, if the goal is to get true confessions from people, you should probably
use a real
priest. I don't know. What is the point? Who chose this story? Him?
You know it wasn't me.
Yeah, this is what is the point of this?
It's just the fact that people are doing this.
I want you to find the point of this. Let's make you work right now.
I don't know if there is a point in this. I mean,
I can find one. Listen, and then we're gonna move on because this is getting to my nerves. I just don't believe in confessing to people.
Yeah.
I believe in apologizing to the people that I've hurt and saying I'm sorry and hopefully changing my behavior, although I don't always do. But as it relates to confessing something to you, I don't owe you a confession.
I think it's like what we were talking about earlier.
I'm about to go on a rant. Let me go on this rant first.
Go for it.
Hold that thought. I don't owe you a confession.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna make this really big, macro now,
Let's
right?
go.
I think in the case of women, gay folks, black people, poor people, don't owe you a confession. I don't owe you a confession. I don't have to explain to you why I've done something or who I am or what I've done wrong. I don't understand that. I do not understand people thinking that they owe people an explanation.
Well, because he was the owner, I guess, and he felt that they were stealing, I think that that's something he should have confronted them about.
Yeah,
himself.
I'm outside this silly story.
I get it. All right,
this story,
forget the story.
This is silly.
Forget the story.
I'm talking about broadly speaking, thinking that you owe somebody an explanation as it relates to who you are and what you've decided to do with your life is a misnomer. And thinking that you need to confess your sins to people.
Yeah.
Admit your mistakes to random people trying to get ablution and forgiveness from them. Yeah. Sinners can't forgive sinners.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
No, I'm you know what I'm saying? No. I'm for confessing my sins to the Creator, to God, and being clear about that and apologizing to people that I've hurt. But I'm not you if you don't. So if I hurt you and I ask for your forgiveness, I say, Rich, will you forgive me for doing X, Y, and Z? And you say no, that's your right.
Yeah.
But guess what I'm not going to do?
Yeah. You're not going to beg me for...
I'm not going to sit down and be stifled for because ultimately you don't have the power to forgive me.
Yeah.
You don't have the power to release me from what I've done because you are just as messed up as I am. It's just in this moment, you have the moral ascendancy and I don't.
Yeah.
But let's check in tomorrow.
And see where we are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for everybody out there begging somebody for forgiveness and breaking your neck trying to get it, ask for it, be sincere about it, and if they deny it, keep it moving. Because ultimately, look, I'm a person of faith. God is the only one who has the right to forgive anybody.
At the end of the day.
That's it. Everybody else can give you a provisional, acceptance.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
That's
on
all
that.
I got. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah.
So we're going to the UK. According to the LAD Bible, you asked me about that publication.
Where do you get this? Where do you get this?
Every time I say that, he says
LAD
something
Bible.
about
What
the
else?
LAD Bible.
I mean,
so
and the last story was in the Washington Post.
yeah, from California. But anyway. According to the LAD Bible, in the UK, a man is demanding royalties from his girlfriend who earns up to £7,500 a month on OnlyFans. So he feels like he should be getting royalties from her OnlyFans because they're together. And it sparked an outrage, and he claims that he allows his girlfriend to do the job and believes he should be financially rewarded.
What do you mean he allows her?
As if she couldn't just go in her own confinement and record it. I'm just saying.
You got really graphic.
Just saying. Or do whatever else she may be doing.
So the point of this, again, I'm having to find the points of these things.
Yeah.
So the point of this one is he thinks he should get royalties.
Because he's letting her do it and being with her at the same time. Because he's in a relationship with her, he feels he should be compensated because she's sharing, her imagery with others.
What is he doing over there with the keys?
No, I just.
What are you doing?
Saw a roach. So I had to,
Are you serious?
yeah. And it was about to go on my key, so I had to snatch that.
Did
up.
you kill it?
No, I ran away when I snatched the key.
Bro.
But
So it could've ran over here.
I'll get to it though.
Yeah, you've got to kill that. That's a lot more interesting than the man who was royalties from his girl's OnlyFans. Thank you, Noah,
I'll get to it when I see him. I don't know.
for doing what must be done. Remind me to close my bags when I come in here.
Right? We got to keep that head on the
So,
swivel.
but let me say this. And again, I'm trying to extrapolate from these stories
Yeah.
something, right, something of some significance. But there are a lot of people who think that they have a right to what you do.
That's entitlement.
And they think that they have a right to have access to your success. And I don't think anybody has a right. I don't even think your damn kids have a right.
Yeah.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege. I was going to say to be
to
able to have
allow-
access.
Yeah, but I ain't got to do nothing.
No.
Ain't got to do. That's a great sentence. But
Ain't gotta do nothing.
But you get the point I'm making, right?
Yeah.
No. If somebody blesses you or decides they want to do something for you, how about you be grateful and not feel like you're entitled to something
that, yeah.
because you were in the room? That's not how it works. And how about you go and be great at something yourself?
Yeah.
I can't stand people who are okay with being moons.
What do you mean by moon?
The moon reflects the light, has no light of its own.
Yeah.
The moon does not shine. The sun shines.
Yeah, to feel that you deserve
the-
compensation for somebody else's work.
And the moon just reflects the light of the sun. I don't like people who are okay with being moons. Give me your light so I can use it as my shine. How about you go and generate your own nuclear fusion?
This can boil over into a lot of different categories if you think about it, especially with the strike going on and things of that nature. And you're hearing how executives in the entertainment industry are, doing different things, and the writers and actors are feeling unappreciated in the sense of they're the ones actually creating and the executives are the ones benefiting the most when they're sitting in their office and some of them don't have a creative bone in their body.
Yeah.
And it's just like what you said, though. They're using other people's light to get their own shine out of it, which in a business sense, you understand.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But these things are not.
These are totally different.
Yeah, these
are totally different. But I'm just thinking.
Some guy in the room while his girlfriend is not the same as.
I'm not trying to say
an executive who brings a certain set of skills, because you can create all you want, but if you don't have the infrastructure, the distribution, the capital to get that thing out, your creativity will mean absolutely nothing. So in that case, both sides of the equation.
They need each other.
Yeah, they need each other.
It's show business. You got the business side and you got
the creative side and the business side. A guy sitting in the room
ain't doing nothing for it.
Just going, boy, I'm so glad you mine. While she's actually doing the work.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing to me.
No, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. And
I
won't get into the whole. I don't want to get into the whole.
We're
strike
not gonna
thing.
go into the strike.
I really don't.
But I do feel what you're saying. I do.
Yeah. I just, listen. Stop being moons.
Yeah.
And generate your own nuclear fusion. Decide that you want to shine because you have it within you to do it. You know, and sitting around thinking I'm going to eat off you. You know how many NBA players and rappers and athletes have people just hang on to them because other folks are just too mediocre or lazy to decide that they want to actually pursue their own personal legend, their own personal greatness.
Every time I see those situations, I always wonder how long it's going to last with the people that are just hanging around.
It's never
It's
lasts.
always short-lived.
It never lasts.
From their perspective, they always see it as I do this, I do so much of this, I do so much of that for this person. I'm like, no, this person is allowing you the privilege of being able to use their resources. They can do all of what they're doing without you.
Right.
Literally.
You are not
probably
indispensable.
easier.
Yeah, you're not indispensable.
No one does Nosey better than me. Photos. We found 378 photos.
He good what he do, because I don't know how he found that.
These are years of snooping, okay? I know you nosy too. Head over to Nosey where you can watch full episodes of The Karamo Show and be nosy with me.
I have a question, though, on the subject of couples and incomes financially. So if you're, and I'm just asking your opinion, obviously, I'm sure it's different for everybody, but as far as couples that have drastically different incomes, do you think that there is an obligation for the person making more to support the person that's making less, or have, them have some type of, I don't want to call it right, but if you're in a relationship, is it almost like unspokenly expected?
No, unspoken nothing when it comes to money.
That's what I'm wondering.
Let me help you. Because you'll be married a lot sooner than I ever will. Let's make this very clear. Never, one day soon. Nobody has a right to my damn money.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care how sexy you are.
Or what you do.
Yeah. No. Where people mess up, and I'm glad you used the words you use, is that they don't have what's called in business an operating agreement. So before you go into the situation or while you're building a relationship, understand what you're agreeing to.
Yeah.
And you have the right to decide if that's what you want to agree to. But nobody can say, no. If you make $100,000 and I only make 20, that I have a right to your $100,000. I don't have a right to any of it.
At all.
If I choose to be generous, I can. And if I choose not to, then you need to live on your 20 or go make more money.
Yeah.
And if somebody is making that a problem in the relationship, then they're not there for you.
Exactly.
They're there for your money. They're there for how they can ride and shine off whatever it is you're doing. Listen, people, that's why instead of spending all your time on TikTok, you might want to go and try to be really good at something.
For sure.
If you're really good at something and you put your heart and soul into it, the world will pay you to do it. But stop offering to the world something you don't care about and expect us to pay you for it.
When you don't even really care about it, how do you expect somebody else to care about it?
It's not going to happen.
Do you think there's a stigma behind women in relationships making more than men?
for men who are
Insecure.
toxic.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if
To me, I think it's extremely attractive. I mean, I would never feel entitled to anything that a woman has just because she has it, and I'm whether in relations with her or actually dating her or whatever. But to me, I think it's just I don't want to call it, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on the air, but it's little energy. And that to me is a serious, red flag in a lot of situations because I see it happen all the time out here, especially because you got a lot of people that
you see what happens.
I see a lot of people in situations with women that are doing
better than
them,
Okay.
and then they feel like they own this woman just because they're sleeping with them or because and then they'll even go as far as to be managing, their OnlyFans or whatnot. Now they're getting a percentage of it.
Yeah. Listen,
And it's like, all right, it's like pimping in 2023.
Wow.
It basically is.
No, I'm not even quibbling. I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, it's a whole world
what's
that
going on.
is going on.
I just, when it's all said and done, I think that people need to develop their own pursuits and stop riding off other people's gifts and abilities.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any, then be humble and be grateful that you are connected to someone who does.
And is willing to.
And don't feel entitled. To your point, and I think to the larger point of this story,
And we can go to break after.
thank God, is this. When the relationship is built on love, you won't have to ask. When you are loving her or when you are loving him, you won't have to ask.
And that was my thinking.
People will support you
when they love you.
when they are being loved. Right? Listen, if I love somebody, we madly in love, and I'm making more money, money is the last thing you're going to have to
Last
worry
thing
about.
you should have to even be thinking about.
Not should have to. Wrong language. It's the
thing.
last thing you're going to have to think
Yeah,
about.
because it's already.
It's a privilege for me to do something for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're in these relationships that ain't good, right?
Yeah.
Where you gotta insist upon getting something. That tells me a lot about the relationship. If you gotta insist upon support and you
Yeah.
claim to be in love, then this ain't love. Let's
Because
call
that
it.
person should know you need support already, or knows all. Not even
No,
sure. That
no,
person
no.
knows
No,
that they actually love you anyway.
Language is still wrong. That person should willingly. That person should feel like it is their joy
to do it
to do something for you.
because they actually love you and see the situation. They're in the relationship with you.
And the fact that they don't says something about what you got going on. So
Yeah.
instead of making a play for somebody's money, why don't you make the love better?
Yeah.
And then we'll end up in a better place. Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. That's a tall tale sign, though.
We
No
need,
offense
no,
to
we need a
Domino's.
national. Wow, we need a national sponsor. What are you talking about? We don't know
My bad.
local place.
I mean,
Could
we
you
in
let me
LA.
do this?
Some of the local places doing well.
Stop.
I mean, it
Local,
wasn't that
national
bad.
place,
Like,
a lot of money. Sponsor us. We'll have
Maybe
pizza.
regional.
We'll have pizza during this segment when we have our videos. All right, let's put these on.
Oh, that's my friend. This is Carrie's video.
Who's Carrie?
We had him as a guest.
Oh, Carrie.
And that's my
man.
friend Danielle.
Okay. What are you
She's
laughing at?
hilarious.
I don't remember people.
Oh,
You glad
I'm
I
not going to
remember you?
disclose this.
Huh?
This is true.
Are we? Yeah, no, they can
Why?
see all of this.
Yeah,
I'm
we're-
going to ask him something after that
Okay.
he's not going to believe about this.
Play the video, Aaron. We ain't got all night.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was okay. So for next time,
You came to a game night that you wasn't invited to with my guys. Nobody's wife was there, and you came and got bored. Whose fault is that?
whatever.
Oh, hell no. Can you translate that?
Whatever. Translation, it is what it is. You may have won this one, but I will not admit it and accept defeat.
You just can never admit that I'm right, huh?
No.
Well, at least you honest.
So we making up or what?
I would love that. You want to do it right here, right now?
Leave the camera on.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right. Shout out to Carrie. Let's give Carrie a round of applause, everybody. How come I'm the only one clapping? Come on.
I don't know how I ain't seen that one, but that's funny.
I want to note that Aaron didn't clap right there, and neither did Noah. Okay? I monitor.
Aaron was too busy
The
on the
celebration.
boards.
I'm producing over here.
Okay, well, Aaron is working. Noah, you didn't clap. Although you did kill the little critter, so you get points. But shout out to Carrie.
Shout out to Carrie.
Carrie, we love you, man. Keep doing big things. Great video. What we supposed to be doing with that?
I'm just wondering how you feel about it. I didn't pick the video.
We know who picked it.
So
If you got nothing to say
it's
about
kind
it,
of
roll
like
to the
what
next
we were
one.
talking about, though, how, they always, like the younger generation is always abbreviating stuff and you losing the meaning. He had a whole translator on his phone, which would be kind of cool if we
I get
had.
that.
Would be kind of cool if we had that in real life.
No,
you know
it
what
would
I mean?
not be cool if we
For
had that
you,
in real
because
life.
you kind of need it when you hear certain terms and you don't know. Well, no, you TikTok savvy now, so you know all of
But
the
there's Carrie, if you're watching, I know this was a what do you call it? Satire, right? But there's something to be learned in this, all right? And here it is. Sometimes it's not good to make up too fast.
Yeah, let it take its time.
Yeah, sometimes you need to let the anger, do its work.
Yeah.
And then rushing to have sex without conversation is deeply problematic.
But makeup sex sometimes make it all better,
It does not.
depending on how good it is.
It does not. It does not make it all better. It just delays the inevitable. Okay? Conversation cannot be replaced by sex.
You sure?
Positive.
Oh,
Because people have great sex and end up getting divorced.
you're right.
Because you can't have sex 24 hours a day.
Some people have great sex, and never end up getting married at all.
Okay, totally different point.
Tomatoes.
What?
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
right.
Here's another video.
Yeah, this next one's for Rich.
Okay.
Hey! It's a bowling video. It's pretty impressive, honestly. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I can't even see. Okay, my eyes are bad. I'm old.
Mind you, it is almost impossible to get a strike bowling that slow. So he basically got 2 strikes throwing them all one time. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot we can say about that other than a little bit of entertainment. We got more videos. Don't worry, Doc. This isn't the peak of your video experience today. But shout out to Tyler for giving us a bowling video because for those of y'all that don't know,
shout
I
out to
do love
Tyler.
bowling. Yeah, we can give him a shout out for that one because there was a movie you grew up watching.
Tyler,
called,
your job is in jeopardy.
Have anybody yet seen Alley Cat
You
Strike
keep
out
picking
there? There
these
was a
bad
famous
videos.
scene where they kind of did that in a movie growing up.
Come on, man. Let's move on.
To see it in real life is kind of cool. Next video. Before Doc slap one of us in. I can already see this not going well. Whoa.
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna text you.
All right.
I love you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
That's a no-no.
Yeah, go. Hurry up and leave. I need some peace and quiet to myself.
I said I love you.
Okay, that's good.
What?
That's good to know. Like, okay, yeah.
Let me try this again. I text you, I love you.
Okay, now open the door and close it and lock the door and go watch your
What
video.
I'm saying, or are you just like, what is it? Because I'm saying I love you. You acting like you don't hear me.
Okay,
Now if I go outside and get hit by a bus, then you're going to be looking stupid.
no, because I would just know that I said okay, and me saying okay means the same thing.
Okay does not equate to I love you. I love you means I love you. Okay means okay. So I'm confused as to why you keep saying okay.
All right, okay. Like, what do you want me to say about it? Okay,
Okay, I love you.
2. Okay, you have it. I said it, 2.
Is this supposed to be funny?
It's supposed to be.
You gotta stop
Okay.
playing
I
with
guess.
me.
I'm not playing.
Stop
I'm being
playing.
serious. If you was to get hit by
I love you.
2, you telling me to say 2, and I'm saying 2.
So this is a skit.
It gotta be.
Okay. Because she's smiling.
She did start smiling.
Yeah, because no woman that
Not
I
no
know,
black woman
no
in that
black
position.
woman, no black woman that I know of. Okay, cut the video. No
Wait,
black.
hold on. What's she doing next?
I don't
Let's
know.
see if she
It
come
just
up and
goes for a
hit
little
him.
bit more.
No. Cut the
You
video.
get the point. You get the point.
No black woman that I know is gonna be smiling.
In that
When you
situation.
talking about 2.
Unless she was about to slap the
First
slap
of
the hell
all-
out of you. She might smile before that.
This is a skit, so I'm responding to the character, not to the person. He is a child.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a child. He's immature and the character, not the person. I don't know who the person is.
I'm not gonna lie. You do that to a black woman, you playing with your life.
Yeah, as well you
with your
should.
life.
Well, you do it to anybody who actually loves you.
Yeah, but I just know in particular
Yeah.
from experience.
Well, I'm not a black
might
woman.
kill
You do it to me. Well, you do it to me, and I'm thinking about where to put your body pieces. You know, I put part of you in Nevada.
Some things you just don't joke about, though.
Yeah, no, you don't. Somebody risks saying that to you. You have to. I know, but you have to respond. If you love them, then say I love you, and if you don't, then do what he did, and then the person who's loving has a decision to make.
They might never tell you that again.
No, Mike, let me tell you something. I tell you I love you, and you say okay. The last thing you got to worry about is me telling you again. You got to worry about your stuff being packed up by the time you get back from the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't love me?
Yeah, I don't play
Okay,
around with love.
what are we doing?
I can't play around with something. like that.
No. Be careful who you say. Everybody's love ain't love. And be careful who you apply the term to.
What about
Go
the
ahead.
question?
Yeah.
What about people that you ever meet people that just fall in love like out of a relationship and then you look up a month later they're in another one and they look like they madly in love or they claim they're madly in love with
Well, that
you?
would be me. That would be me. That's what I do. So yes, you're talking about me. Go ahead. What do you want to say about me?
Do you think that they genuinely fall in love, or do you think you genuinely fall in love that quickly, or does it just something that you feel like you are comfortable enough to say already at that point?
Falling in love is falling in love.
It's
the
a
term.
long term.
No, because you let me finish the
Go
thought.
ahead. Okay.
It's driving me crazy. Falling in love.
What you gonna say?
Let me talk about your legs in a second. Okay? All right?
Knees is out.
We're gonna talk about how sexy those are in a second. All right? If you want to keep doing this,
go for it.
okay.
Go for it.
But falling in love is a feeling. Loving someone is a decision. Two very different things. So I can fall in love with you, like the feeling, but actually doing the practice of loving you takes much longer to happen and much longer to commit to.
I've never heard anyone put it that way.
Yeah, so I think people fall in love all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they have those feelings of attachment and desire. That's what I'm calling it. But then the decision to say, after I've fallen in love with you,
that I love you.
Now I'm going to love you.
Yeah.
Now that takes a little more time. So I fall in love all the time.
I feel that.
Like, boy, sure would be nice.
Which makes sense too, because we fall in love with different things and aspects of life too. So I've just never heard it put that way, but that's actually a really.
I know
really
people who
good
fall in love with acting, but they don't love it. I know people who fall in love with the idea of getting a degree, but they don't love it because they don't make the decision to finish what they start, and the sacrifice that comes along with all of that. So yeah, I mean, sure.
And I feel like sometimes after the falling process, you actually get to settle into your feelings and you find out more about what you've fallen in love with, and sometimes you don't actually love it as much as you thought you did.
Yeah, I fell in love with you, and but now I know you.
I'm like, oh.
And I'm like,
I fell in love with the person I thought you were.
Yeah, now I realize, you're not as wonderful as I thought you were.
Wouldn't go back to not knowing you.
Not in love anymore.
Out of love.
Out of love.
So what's the opposite of falling in love?
Falling out.
Falling out of love.
Yeah. Changing your mind. Right? And then, to me, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's funny that we use the term falling, because when you fall, it's usually a painful or scary, situation. Why do you think we use the term falling in love?
Because I think that's how it feels for some people.
Like you just fall.
You know when you go on a roller coaster and your stomach does what it does?
That butterfly feeling?
I think when you're genuinely desiring someone and you're genuinely attracted and that same butterfly feeling happens. Let me say this, before we poo-poo it, I would want that for every human being.
Me too.
To know what it feels like to have butterflies, to be in the presence of someone they genuinely want to be with. it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's the same sort of, when it's intense,
Yeah.
it comes with those same physical reactions.
Absolutely.
The falling sensation. The problem is people think that that's what a relationship should be built on. And people think that that's what love actually is.
When in reality, it's what you said. It's the decision
It's the
after
decision.
the falling process to.
Because
love
that feeling normally lasts about 2 or 3 weeks.
Sometimes way shorter than that.
This is scientifically proven.
Oh, okay.
It lasts about a month.
Mm-hmm. And after that?
And then people think, it may be a little longer, but people think when the feeling goes, oh, it's a different energy now. No. Chemically, biologically, human beings adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Can the relationship survive the adjustment? Now we have to be connected on a level that doesn't inspire physical reactions.
Yeah.
Now it's about the value added, the things that I'm discovering about you that interest me, and then I'm realizing I can't live without, which have nothing to do with feelings.
No.
Nothing
It's
to do
more
with feelings.
alignment at that point, it sounds like, than anything.
Because now that I don't make your stomach
jump
butterfly,
every time you see me.
the question is, can I add something to your life? Can I say something? Can I inspire something that is way beyond feeling?
That feels way better than that.
I don't know if it feels better,
No, but does more
but
for you.
it's more long lasting.
Yeah, yeah.
And most people can't get past, once I make you have an orgasm, I make your eyes roll up in it. Can we say that?
You've said it about 20
Right.
times this season. It's okay.
Once I make your eyes roll up in the back of your head, right? And I'm really good at it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that I'm really good at it. I'm saying hypothetically.
we got you.
Because I don't want to take credit for stuff I may not be good at.
Look.
I'm honest. So I've done that, and you all the feeling. Now what?
Some people, that's all they have to offer.
Yeah. And that's why they end up falling in and out of love.
In and out, in and out.
And that's why they're not good at long-term relationships.
No pun intended. In and out, in and out, in and out. All right, after that, we're going to take this to a break.
See?
I'm 12. I can't help
I'm trying to have
okay?
a mature, thoughtful conversation. He's in and out. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. So you know the drill. We got a few new phrases the kids are out there saying, and I want you to tell us what you think they mean.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Well, what you laughing for, Noah?
Noah's ready
No,
for
see,
this.
Noah's laughing. He's like, he's gonna mess these up.
I wonder how many Noah knows. All right. Donald Duckin.
Is that a do you know what this means? Okay, but I don't feel bad if he doesn't know.
Okay.
He's like the barometer.
Okay, yeah, we can check.
If it can pass the Noah test, then it's a I don't know. What does it mean?
To walk around wearing only a shirt in the style made famous by the Disney character Donald Duck. How he used to only have a shirt and everything else was just exposed. But he was a duck, so it wasn't like you were.
People walk around with their stuff out?
I mean, like women, only wear T-shirts sometimes, and you don't see men doing this, but you see women walking around with T-shirts.
In public?
Yeah. Big shirts, though. Not like just a little one, not like a crop top.
Yeah, this is true?
Yeah.
Now,
Oversized
do they have
T-shirts.
on panties and shorts?
Yeah. Usually, some don't, but most, yeah.
This is new to me.
It's like the equivalent of them wearing a skirt with no panties.
So
just
this
a
is
big shirt.
This is a long shirt.
It's a big shirt, an oversized shirt.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said not a crop top or like.
No. I thought you were saying they wear the shirt and then there's nothing on underneath the shirt. No shorts, no
Sometimes
panties.
there's not, but usually there is. I'm just letting you know. There's people out there for sure.
All right. So there's a name for this called Donald Duckin.
Donald Duckin.
So some dummy who has nothing better to do with their lives Sat around and came up with a name for this. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
You've added so much to the world.
To use it in context, my hot neighbor spends a lot of time Donald ducking in the windows of her apartment while talking on the phone.
Okay. I went to graduate school. I became a philosopher, literally.
To avoid terms like this.
And this is what my life has come to.
All right, next one.
Cambridge.
Proxy beef.
School in Cambridge.
Oh.
One in Hyde Park. This is what my life has come to. Donald ducking. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Harvard. Proxy beef.
What?
I don't know this one either.
This evolved to a penis?
Nope. That would be
Do
a
you know
beef
this one?
stick.
That would be a beef stick. Really? Proxy beef? Oh, I know what this is. This is when you don't have a problem directly with the person.
How did you
but the
know
person,
this?
because I speak English. Proxy. But the person you're connected to has the problem, so you have a problem because they have a
Ding,
problem.
ding, ding. We
Come
gotta
on,
give a hand for that.
That's the first one you got.
No, it's not the first one I
When
got.
you have beef with someone on someone else's behalf.
No, I got to check him. That's not the first one I've got.
No,
You've gotten close, right?
You're getting close.
He might have gotten one or two before.
All right.
You not going to support me right now?
No, I know you probably
You can
have
have a proxy beef here?
So,
No, this is direct beef.
Oh,
time. I don't do proxy beef.
just to use it in a sentence, okay?
We love Tyler, everybody. We just give him a hard time.
We do love Tyler.
It's all love here, okay?
Okay.
So, in a sentence, Allison has a proxy beef with
I don't need a
Zoe.
sentence. I got it right.
You know what? You're right. This is for our... You're not the only one this is for, okay?
I just told him what it was.
Okay. All right. Never mind. What's a nothing burger?
Oh, when something is just absolutely irrelevant, but you make something out of it.
Yeah.
Something lame, dead end, a dud, insignificant, especially something with high expectations that turns out to be
Now,
average.
hold on. Instead of people saying it's adiaphor, which is what they should say.
Adiaphor.
Yeah, it's Greek.
That's a new one.
They say nothing burger. Okay.
Wait. Say adiaphor?
How about you people start saying it's adiaphor?
Imagine saying nothing burger to somebody that went to Harvard. Yeah.
It's just a nothing.
If I use that in a sentence,
In a
would
court
you
of law.
really look at me like...
Look, I'm not saying that you can't, I'm just saying that this is what the language has come to. Nothing burger. Proxy beef. What was the other one? Donald ducking. Donald ducking.
Just wait till this last one.
What the hell?
What do you think Swiftonomics means?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like you probably could figure it out from context.
I don't know. I don't want to use any more brain.
Too much brain.
Yeah, I don't want to be good at this. Okay, I don't want to be good at
You're starting to
deciphering
worry
it.
about yourself. if you
Yeah,
think you're
I'm like, I'm no.
good. So Swiftonomics is the effect Taylor Swift has on ticket prices.
See, no, let's stop.
And the economies in the cities that she travels to and does shows in.
Nope.
So the costs to see Swift aren't just limited to the price of a ticket, but also hotel prices, merch, all of that.
Oh, I hate the word merch. Oh, that word just irks me. Merch. You're so lazy, you won't say merchandise. Merch. I can't. Let's move on, because I feel a real cuss.
But wait, on this point though.
Nope.
No, just check me out. How crazy is this though? Anytime Taylor Swift has a concert in a city, they say that the economy grows because of all the hotels that end up getting booked for her show.
Don't care.
It's pretty powerful effect of Swiftonomics.
Don't care.
He doesn't care. So you want to throw it a break, or do you want another word?
And let me just, Taylor, if you're watching, because, I try to be an ethical guy. If it was Kanye-onomics
He'd still
or
feel
J.
the same.
Cole-onomics or Oprah-onomics,
But if it was Toni Morrison-onomics, you would be okay with it.
Toni Morrison would not be shallow enough.
Say if she was on a
No,
book
let me
tour.
finish my thought.
Okay.
To be popular enough to have that. In America, you have to be shallow
To be that popular.
to be that popular.
So never mind. I'm not.
Yeah, I've indicted. Anyway, so to Taylor, I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking what you do. I don't know much about your music. I just don't care about
But you're
Taylor.
saying she's shallow enough to be that popular.
Yeah. I am saying that.
Expected that.
I am saying that. But you know, most music is that. You know, most music is pretty shallow.
And honestly, the fans are coming up with majority of these terms. They come up with the fan base name. They come up with all of that stuff.
And again, if you're a Taylor Swift fan and you're watching Fox Soul,
very shocking.
I mean, we didn't know, but we love you too, and you know, have at it. I just don't ask me to care about it because I don't. That's a preference. God bless your ministry.
I want to do one more word.
Oh,
Last one, and then we can go to break. Okay. Leaf blower.
Leaf blower. Someone's a leaf blower. It's someone who.
This is actually kind of clever.
Okay, someone who blows trash. Someone who's always fanning trash.
You close.
And gossip.
A person whose sole purpose is to make their mess the problem of other people.
See?
Because you know leaf blowers blow mess out of the property in the street.
You know how well I did on the SATs.
I can imagine.
Let me tell you something.
You probably didn't even study.
Didn't.
I know you didn't.
I did really well.
Yeah. What'd you get? You got a perfect score?
Almost.
What is it? A 1600?
Back then it was. Yeah.
I think I got like a 1240 or something.
Really?
Something like that. First time. ACT.
I did better than that.
What's the highest you can get on ACT?
I don't know.
What did
21?
30, I think.
Noah, wake up. What's the highest you can get on ACTs?
He looked like he really didn't know neither. Like, it wasn't like a thought process. He said, all right, I have a freaking clue.
know.
How long ago did you take the ACT?
36 is the highest you can.
4 years ago? Okay. 36 is the
probably
highest you can go?
remember 4 years ago.
What's the new high you
36.
can go on the SATs?
Is it 24?
Then they changed it. It used to be,
It might be more than
used to be
1600.
I thought it
1600.
was 2400.
Might have been.
1600,
It's still
still
1600?
Still.
according to the
I
most
heard they're not
recent
making
Google
it
search.
mandatory though anymore.
Yeah, this is a waste of time.
Yeah. Okay.
know. But,
We're
you
gonna
know-
be right back. You got a point?
Yeah, no, it's irrelevant. I mean, I was going to say something about testing,
Go for
but
it.
nah, we're good. I don't want to be a leaf blower.
We're gonna be right back.
Want the best of Maury? Kevin, you are not. Want the best of the Steve Wilkos show? Would you take Dave back if he left Katie? Want the best of Jerry Springer? Just download Nosey on your mobile device or stream it on Pluto TV, Samsung TV, or the Roku channel. Until next time, America.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Back from the break. He's still laughing.
Yeah, I'm still laughing.
We still don't know why. He just randomly does it. So, what else?
Condition.
What else?
So, I got a story about a Clevelander, fellow Clevelander. You know MGK, the rapper?
No.
White rapper.
Yeah, I do. Tall.
Yeah, tall, skinny.
Yeah, tall, skinny guy.
I used to see him all the time growing up before he blew up. Got a crazy story about him, actually, I could tell you after. But according to Billboard, this is in Belgium. I guess he's on world tour because definitely don't live in Belgium. Actually, I'm going to just read the story. Machine Gun Kelly found himself in an unusual situation during his performance in Belgium.
Okay.
When he saw a fan holding up a sign that said, "I just came from Mexico for you to punch me." "Why do you want me to punch you in the face so bad?" MGK said on stage. The fan is then heard saying, "I love you." Before MGK responds, "I got rings on, dude. That shit's gonna hurt," he says to him. Eventually, MGK comes down. Before he heads off stage after his performance, he walked up to the fan and he punched him in the face. The guy shouted, "I love you," after he punched him. Well, MGK shouted he loved him too. Very interesting. And mind you, he's ventured into rock now, so his audience at shows isn't like the hip hop audience that he originally had when he first started. Like, it's grown.
Tal, you know what I'm going to say, right?
Some white
people.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Stop cursing.
Oh, my bad.
But
I
just
didn't
some
realize
white people mess. What y'all doing? Dial, let's speak for the
He
white
came
people.
from Mexico, so
That was a guy from.
I don't.
He probably was a white guy vacationing
from Mexico?
in Mexico.
Well,
they were in Belgium.
The fan was from Mexico, and they were in Belgium.
Well, you didn't say that.
He said the fan said the sign said I just came from Mexico
Mexico
for you to punch, but he might not be Mexican. It doesn't
Yeah,
say it was
no,
Mexican.
well,
if I had to put my money on it, he's not Mexican.
okay. Well,
He's in Belgium at a MGK concert.
Let's not do that.
I highly doubt
I don't. What is the point of this?
that it happened. If somebody asked you to punch him in the face because they love you, would you do it? No. MGK did. No. If Tyler asked you to punch him in the face, would you do it?
I do that without him asking. So he don't need a sign, or I don't need an invitation. Just he keep interrupting this show. That's what's going to happen. I'm just kidding, people. I don't believe in violence.
A better question, though, for me is, do you think that this is like an unhealthy, like, idol obsession? You know how some people overreact when they see certain people? Like
Yes and no, because some people are into physical pain
for pleasure.
For pleasure.
Yeah.
So what's that called? Sadomasochism, right? So if they're into that, then they're into that.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the difference between spank me and punch me? What's the difference between
one of them's a closed fist and one's open?
But that's a
very literal.
I mean that's a first of all, that's a banal distinction.
Okay. Banal.
But what's the difference between
what does banal mean?
Obvious.
Oh.
So I didn't.
How ironic is that?
I didn't just give you a compliment. Is my point.
I know.
Banally.
Banally.
Oh man.
I can't. Can someone deliver me?
Obviously.
So yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. I'm trying to find something in this to interest. This is like Taylor Swift to me. I could care less about Machine Gun Kelly. I could care less about his music. You want to get punched in the face? Get punched in the face.
Have you ever been punched in the face?
No.
His face, no.
No, nobody's ever punched me in my face.
Not accidentally or nothing?
No.
Like playing a sport?
I don't play fight.
No.
No. Either we gonna fight.
I almost got knocked out by being slapped once by my cousin. He slapped me so hard I almost passed out. Like really almost got knocked out. I didn't even know it was possible.
Was this playing?
Mm-hmm. It was slap boxing. Caught me good. I was sick. But I tell you what, I learned how to keep my hands back to that day. But yeah, I ain't never been just flat out just somebody get a clean shot to my face either. I think that's probably one of my biggest fears because I think I'd have to kill him. I'm sorry. I just couldn't imagine somebody walking around this earth saying they just punched me in the face like that. I'm from Cleveland, I'm sorry.
I feel it.
I ain't let it happen yet.
You're co-signing this?
I've been in a few fights.
Nobody's going to punch me and get away with it, that's for sure. Yeah.
No?
I've been hit, but ain't nobody just clean, just caught me straight up, just sucker punched me in the face before. I really think I would have to end them. I really think so. Do you have any idols you want to punch
I'm
you?
letting y'all have this moment.
Did you ever let somebody...
What do you mean let?
Never mind.
Like, Aaron, come over here and punch me in the face? No.
For how much money would it take for you to let somebody punch you in the face?
Listen.
That's a good question.
I can be bought.
What's the number?
No, I can be bought.
Over $1 million?
I'm an egalitarian capitalist.
But what if it's like modern Mike Tyson punch you? He's older, but he still got a punch. Would you let Mike Tyson punch you in the face for $1 million?
I can be bought.
You got to buy a new jaw.
So it's got to be more than $1 million.
So you can afford that.
It was only, after taxes, only $750,000. So it's got to be more than that.
$2 million, $3 million, $4 million.
I've already told you I can.
You can be bought. You just don't.
I
know
have
what
a
it
price.
Is
There's people say I don't have a price.
You're like, I'm not gonna deny that I have a price.
I got a price. $10 million. Noah, you can be bought for 10. Yeah. What's your price?
You can punch
What's
me
your
for
price?
10,000 right now.
No, let's go around the room. Hold on. What's your price?
Well, it depends on the person. How wrecked
I was going to say, is this Tyson? We're talking about Tyson here?
Tyson.
Tyson?
Sucks.
That's max level pricing right there.
Somebody give me a price?
Are we talking like gloved or open?
Why are we adding more complexity? A price.
One's going to send me to the hospital, like wreck me. One I might survive. I've taken punches to the face with the boxing. So
Okay, and the price?
It's Mike Tyson. I do it for free. Yeah.
See?
God,
Like you said at the beginning of the story, only white people I feel like.
I got
Noah,
punched
he's
out by
messing up the race. What's your price?
My price is definitely. I would genuinely do it for $100K.
100K.
Just one punch.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
100K.
What's your
Might have a
price?
black eye for a few
10 million? I'm with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might have to be 7.
Oh, it's got
figures
to
for me,
be-
just because I might catch a case.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
I mean, he's not hitting
You
hard
might
now.
die.
Mike Tyson ain't hitting hard now.
He's not
You can
as
pull
hard
it
as
up
he used to
videos.
be,
You should
you
go
know.
look at Mike
hell
Tyson
no.
punching in the last few years.
No.
Mike Tyson still got it.
He still got it. Yeah.
No,
Nigga broke
it's
your
got to
neck.
be. First of all, we gonna have a talk when this is over about your sense of value. Okay, Aaron.
100K.
No, 100K.
I gave mine for free.
Tax-free?
Yeah, you're a lost cause.
Yeah, tax free.
So we're not even gonna try to save you.
It definitely has to be tax free.
we got to get your number up. $100,000 to get punched in the face, son. What's wrong with you?
I
He
mean,
probably thinking about the recovery time.
I've been in fights before. I've been punched in the face for free. You know.
Yeah, so he probably like, sure.
I'll take 100K for
Everybody watching, let's pray together. We gonna take a break?
Yeah. We can bring it home after this one, actually.
I want y'all to pray. This is the end of the episode?
Yeah, come on. Let's
I
end
want
it on
y'all
a
to
prayer.
pray for Tyler. I want y'all to pray for Aaron. Maybe even him.
You should definitely pray for me.
But Noah and I, we got our values together.
Yeah.
Because our numbers is $10 million.
I need 7 figures at least.
Okay. Yeah. How about none of us punch each other in the face?
Yeah.
How about nobody desires that for themselves or anybody else? How about we stop going to concerts thinking that getting socked in the eye is a demonstration of love? How about we remove pain from the whole equation? Unless, you're St. Damascus. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. You not going to say bye?
I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to be here.
The content on McMillan and Morrow is provided as commentary on news and current events for entertainment purposes.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share. Because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.